Body is a concept that creates difficulty for everyone. Every morning you look in the mirror and you see this Jean or John, or whatever name you have. You think that's you. And you think this Jean or John is this body. You are stuck in this misconception. So it's helpful to know a few things. Nothing solid exists. If you examine anything that appears solid, you find out that it's made of atoms. And if you break an atom in a laboratory, it becomes a tremendous amount of light and vibration. If you understand that the entire existence is made of light and vibration, then you can see that your body doesn't really have a boundary. It appears that way to your senses and your mind. But how could it possibly be so? How could it actually be separated from the rest of existence? Anything you think you are not, because your thoughts are time-space events. But reality is in a dimension free from time and space. It belongs to timeless existence. That's the reality of yourself. But your temporary aspect is subject to the wheel of birth and death. Your body is a tiny aspect of your consciousness. You are not in this body. This body is in you. That means our consciousness is not separated from the consciousness of the totality. You and everything that exists are within that consciousness. Remember how a circle is made, dot by dot. Every dot is a new universe. Moment after moment, new universe, new you, new everything. You are not the same person who read the previous sentence. This is the law of constant change. You can't look at the same thing twice. The second time you look, it's not the same thing anymore. Existence is dynamic. In truth, you don't exist as something separate. You are an expression of existence being manifested in life. At any given moment, if you look without thoughts or feelings or sensations, without prejudices, without the bonds of the past or future, you see the truth of one unified existence from which you cannot be separate. If you look into it deeply enough, you lose the concept of me. If you let go of that, you come to existence exists. Don't be afraid of what you're reading here. Let it go to your heart. You'll see you don't need to think it. You know it. There is something that exists. It is formless, nameless, without texture or color, space or time. Nothing that can be pointed to is it. And because it is free from the observable universe, it can give reality to the observable universe. It existed before the word existence, and it is eternal, permanent, unchanging. Yet by seeing it as the source of reality, everything that exists becomes real. It is non-local, but gives reality to local existence. Through it, name and form, shape and texture, time and space become real. It is, and it emanates isness. In each exhalation, the whole universe appears. In each inhalation, the entire universe returns to the source. So the reality of existence exists between inhalation and exhalation. At that point, where there is neither inhalation nor exhalation, there exists all that exists in reality, which is emptiness. When from emptiness we look into emptiness, emptiness becomes fullness. The reality of everything that is exists in that look. That is our eternal connection, always in oneness. In unity we can understand the esoteric aspect of both science and religion, of art and philosophy. Timeless existence penetrates time and gives meaning to it. Time doesn't make sense without the light of the timeless. The absolute and the relative give each other reality, and they can only be understood in the union of the two. Everything is interconnected. Everything enters into everything else in order to find its own existence. The absolute enters into the entire universe, and so gives meaning to its own endlessness. It is also in you. But that you is not the concept of you that's in your thoughts. It's you in entirety. We could not become real if the real didn't exist. We could not be pure if purity didn't exist. We could not understand love if love didn't exist. When you have a taste of I exist, you emanate existence and meaning. The principle of full participation can help free you from your two biggest enemies in life, past and future, which cause you so much suffering. What does it mean to fully participate? Let's say I am walking in the street. If I have automatic commentary about the people and things I see, am I fully participating in walking? If in my feelings I am holding something against anyone, am I fully participating? No, I'm not, because my mind, body, and feelings are not united in a common aim. But full participation has many dimensions. From the inclusive perspective of existence, everything is interconnected and interrelated, no matter how you manifest, no matter what your level of consciousness. Existence is eternally manifesting full participation, moment after moment, and you as a part are included. But we, as we find ourselves to be, need to benefit by the directional quality of the 9 principles of harmony. We need to work with them so we can have movement, development, growth of our consciousness. You can be walking and thinking, walking and feeling, and still be fully participating. Seeing in acceptance, in the absence of criticism, that you are thinking, or seeing in acceptance that you are reactive, or seeing in acceptance that you are worrying about the future, makes it full participation. That seeing takes place in the presence of consciousness. To be conscious means having a taste of your own existence. When you know, I exist, you are directly connected to everything that exists. Through that connection, the whole of existence participates in what you do. Existence is manifesting itself in the form of you and your activity, in walking, in thinking, in everything you do. Fully participating in life means being present to your existence as a part of the totality. That's the only time you can say you are yourself, because you can't be yourself unless you're part of the whole of existence. You need to have a sense of existence. That's your eternal aspect. And you also need to have a sense of this body, this vehicle which is born to die, which includes your mind and feelings. That's your temporary aspect. While you have a sense of both your eternal and your temporary aspect, you live your life moment after moment. In each moment, the entire universe is a new universe. When you draw a circle on paper, the circle is not just that line you drew. It's made of many, many dots. Each dot is a brand new dot. And every new thing contains its entire past and future. That's why we can say that each moment is the only reality that exists for us to experience. You have to take the simple meaning of full participation, which is also the uncompromised meaning, the total meaning of it. It means that whatever you are doing, every cell in your body is also doing. It means that the totality of everything that exists is participating. At every moment, existence is manifesting itself. Then who are you? If you relate to what you just read, you'll see you have two more enemies. These two are called me and mine. You have a cage that you call me, and another you call mine. If you live in those cages, how can you participate fully? Those concepts have always imprisoned man in ignorance and suffering. They are so crystallized in us that even if we hear the truth, we still want to think about it with the same old mind that locked us in those cages in the first place. That mind places a curtain between you and reality. Without that curtain, what you're reading is present in yourself. It's not something you don't know. You just need to allow yourself to see you do know it, because you cannot be separated from the totality. You are part of full participation of the totality. If you look, you'll see that something inside you is nodding in agreement. You know what you're reading. But we all carry so much baggage, so much extra. That's what doesn't allow us to be one with the reality of our existence. We need all the help we can find, first of all to see the extra, and secondly, to not be afraid of it. If you lose all your identification, something happens. You recognize you are a part of the totality. That's the purpose of Breema and the 9 principles, to help you drop your extra, your identification. There are 2 directions for you to move in. One is to move from diversity towards unity. The other is to move from complication towards simplicity. If you use these directions to guide yourself, you eventually come to one simple truth. You exist. And when you know you exist, you know existence is manifesting itself. Life is giving to life. In your head you can deny anything. You can contradict any philosophy. You can deny God, religion, science. But you can't deny the fact that you exist. You can't deny your own existence. You may not know you exist, but you can't deny it either. Since you can't deny it, why not really know it? Why not know that you exist? Not mentally, not philosophically, not because someone else said so, because you taste the reality of it in this moment. That is coming from diversity towards unity. In I exist, you find out that the I you taste is not separate from the totality, from the awareness of all that exists. You come to the simplicity, which is also unity. All authentic teachings carry the kernel of this truth, and they are one in essence, though each has its own form. That depends on the period in which they were expressed, the one who expressed it, and those to whom it was expressed. The truth is expressed in many forms, but the reality of it is unchangeable.